a cold wind swept through the city as the fog rolled in. At first, it seemed normal, a heavy evening mist. But soon, it thickened unnaturally, swallowing buildings and streets in an eerie silence. People who wandered into the fog never returned, their voices replaced by eerie whispers that echoed through the empty streets. Shadow, the dragon hero, soared above the city, scanning the thick veil below. His sharp eyes caught movement, figures in the mist, blurred but shifting, as if the city itself were breathing. He dove in, wings folding as he landed on a rooftop swallowed by the fog. The whispers intensified, curling around him like ghostly fingers. Shadow, leave this place. He flared his wings, the mist parting for a moment before swirling back. His dragon senses tingled with an unnatural energy. This was no ordinary fog, it was alive. Shadow leaped down onto the street. The city was abandoned, drained of life. Shadow called out, but only echoes replied. Then he saw them. Frozen figures trapped in the mist, their eyes wide and silent. They weren't lost, they were imprisoned. A low growl rumbled in Shadow's throat as he turned, feeling a presence behind him. Emerging from the fog was a tall, hooded figure with glowing, hollow eyes. You do not belong here, dragon, the entity rasped. The city belongs to the Foglord now. Shadow's flames crackled to life, but the Foglord merely lifted a hand, and tendrils of mist snuffed them out. Fire will not save them. This is my domain. Shadow narrowed his eyes, shifting his stance. If fire wouldn't work, then he needed to find the source of the fog. His instincts guided him deeper into the mist. The Foglord pursued, its form shifting like smoke, always just behind him. Shadow reached the city's old clock tower. The fog here pulsed, denser and colder. The whispers turned to voices, pleading for freedom. Shadow dug his claws into the stone and began climbing. The higher he went, the more the mist fought back, swirling and slashing at him like living tendrils. At the top, he found it, an ancient, glowing orb, pulsing with dark energy. It was the heart of the fog. The Foglord appeared beside it, its hollow eyes flickering. You cannot destroy it, it hissed. Shadow smirked. Watch me. He inhaled deeply, summoning a new kind of fire, one not of heat, but of light. A radiant blaze burst from his mouth, cutting through the darkness. The orb cracked, and the fog howled in agony. The Foglord screamed as its form unraveled, dissolving into nothingness. The mist receded, freeing the trapped citizens one by one. As the last wisp of fog faded, Shadow landed softly in the square below. He looked up at the sky, where the stars now shone freely. Another threat vanquished, another night protected. But he knew more shadows lurked on the horizon, waiting for their chance to rise. Shadow would be ready.